fish. So it's a crazy market down here where it's a game of 10s and 20s, not a games of, there's massive, there's, I think in Northern California right now there's a dozen 100,000 square foot and above tenants just in, between Santa Clara and Redwood City rumbling around. So it's just a nutty market up there. I just don't see it down here, unfortunately. This is an entrepreneurial community. It's not a big corporate community. But there, and even the companies that are kind of moving here, there have been some moves lately that people may have seen, like Genmark moved from Pasadena to California to Carlsbad. They have about 40,000 square feet now, and we're representing them to grow. Energy Innovations moved to Poway from Pasadena initially for 22,000 square feet, and they now have 60,000 square feet with Collins. I'm representing Altec Lansing right now. They chose San Diego to relocate to from Milford, Pennsylvania. They looked at Austin, the Bay Area, Atlanta, Boston, and Chicago, and they picked San Diego because of our strength in our wireless engineers. And so we're in leases.
That should be finalized today, by the way.
Yeah, we're in leases at Sorrento South for the penthouse floor of the Chicken of the Sea building, and they're going to hire 40, 50 people in the next year. So I think there's some excitement. Again, Eric, you jump on me. If there's excitement, how can it be bad? Well, the reality is there are good things going on out there. Sublease inventory is down from a year and a half ago, from almost 6 million square feet to around 4 million across all product types. Availabilities are trending in the right direction. Absorption's trending in the right direction. 3 out of 4 of our clients are hiring versus firing. Everything is going in the right direction, and it's good news. I mean, you can look out on the horizon and see that there's blue ocean out there, but the question is how blue and for how long and when. I think that's really, like I said, that's the dance that we're all doing right now, is trying to figure that out. And so I'm here. Everybody says, hey, you're one of these tenant rep guys, you're negative. And the reality is, rising rents, I think, ultimately trail a recovery. They don't lead it. And when rents are rising, I personally think it's because a lot of things will be happening. Your house will be worth more, there'll be more employment, there'll be more construction, market caps of companies will be up, there'll be new businesses being started. That's what drives rents when demand starts exceeding supply. And so honestly, I think it's going to be a good time, right? Because all of our lives as a community will be better for it.
Thanks, Dave.
No, I mean to say to jump on that.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Yeah, exactly. Dave, so yeah. I think the glass is half full. I mean, I think that we have one of the most diverse and dynamic economies in the world. And there are a lot of reasons for that. I mean, you can look at it from any perspective, just the basics. People want to live here. I mean, this is a great place to live. People want to grow their companies here. No, we don't have the Fortune 500 presence, but nevertheless, I mean, you look at any industry group and you look at the diversity that exists in this city, if it's the medical device companies, the life science industry. I mean, think about it. If the biofuels marketplace takes off, if the medical device with a Volcano or Illumina or, some of these companies, I mean, they're growing dramatically. And there's, 5 or 6 of them. There's the genomics that are out there. I mean, all of those industries, they can gobble up space. I mean, look at what happened with Amylin over the years. And, I mentioned Illumina. I mean, there's a lot of them that can grow, that can take a lot of space in UTC, in Del Mar Heights, some of those key marketplaces. But you look at those key industries, you look at defense. I mean, 25% of the jobs in San Diego revolve around the military in one way or another. There's the largest military force presence in the world exists in San Diego. The technologies, SPAWAR, all of those, they're spawning off jobs left and right, and those industries are still growing. So, you look at some of those key drivers, the telecommunications industry, the software industry, the life science industry. I mean, there aren't very many places, maybe short of the Bay Area, in the world that have what we have here in San Diego. So, I'm much more optimistic on the potential of this city, absorbing this space, and, growing this economy going forward and growing rents.
Chad, in 10 words or less.
I agree.
Yeah.
Eric?
I love San Diego. Moved here in 1988. I'm going to die here. I think we'd be all better off if we had a new airport.
Okay, so last one. Just go down the line. You don't need to write this down. Eric. Dave, in a year, what's that number going to be? You don't need to write it down. Just tell us.
5. So from 3 to 4 to 5.
Wow. Rob?
It's a 6 because we've had 6 quarters of consecutive net absorption. And, just looking at it, I mean, just follow the capital. The REITs know what's going on. They're the most informed segment of the marketplace. You look at where the capital is, and oftentimes you say that the capital is ahead of the fundamentals. I'm not sure that that's the case in every marketplace. I mean, you look at the Bay Area right now, and I feel like that's a precursor of what's coming this way. You look at Seattle, you look at Silicon Valley, you look at the west side of LA. Some of those marketplaces are coming this way, and I think that you're going to see an improved marketplace because the capital is informed. They know what's going on. You look at what happened with the REITs back in '09 when their stock value started trading.
Just the number,
capital.
Rob. Just
Okay.
just the number.
Okay. 6 plus.
7.
7.
Okay. Paul informed me that this panel was so outstanding that nobody has a question out there. So since we're out of time, we're going to wrap it up. Paul, do you have anything to conclude this with? So thank you, guys.
Get 2 questions. Get
Appreciate
2
it.
questions.
Great panel. Thank you very much.